And welcome, fellow Vault Dwellers. It's time for the Turtlecast. 5 o'clock on the Friday. Welcome. I hope your weekend is starting great. Our update dropped over a week ago, and wow, it is packed with stuff. I know I promised to deliver so many updated guides and everything else, and trust me, I'm trying. You can see me streaming a lot as well on Twitch. I'm testing when I'm not streaming, recording the videos and so on, and didn't finish yet, but I will do my best to provide soon, hopefully early next week, commando build updated for bloodied version. Maybe I will attempt a full health commando ready for raids. I'm working now on 4-star legendary effects for armor, what they actually do. I finished testing, as you can see by my video, weapon effects, as well as the latest new addition, new power armor Vulcan. So those guides are already available. About free builds, I have a new playlist if you are looking for builds. They're free there now. There's Raid Runner, there is a Heavy Gunner, and there is a melee build. So there are free builds already there available. There will be more. There will be more. I just need a little bit more time. I'm trying to provide all those guides, hopefully before the holiday starts, so you will know everything and you will know what to grind for during your free time. And now, let me see who's in the chat and say hi to Spiteful Angel, I'm Peaceful Gamer, Arcanera, Monkey Nuts, Primal Beast, Michael Yost, Biuni, Anyway, Alufool, Angry Scoutsman, Carlo, RHPS, Chessus for You, Rascal, Freak Speed, Toast, A Defiant Jack, Suika, Steve Martin, Mandrake, Azure Wimper, Josh, Derek, Myth, Vault 76 Custodian, Alf Howard, Mark, Nautical Stew, Randy, Potstousand, and everyone else who will be joining us. Welcome. And let's see, there's already one question in the chat. Do you all know if full reflective is better or full limit breaking? Oh, that depends for what. I'm testing the effects and tier list. Tier list will be coming. I will try to improve on my previous tier list, so do it a little bit better with additional showcase of best effects at the end. So hopefully that will be even more helpful for you. I'm still trying to do it in the format that it's not super long, as those effects are so complicated that if I would like to dive in every single one of those in one video, that's over an hour-long video, and most likely no one would watch that. So I'm trying to make it shorter. Yeah, it's a shell load of work. Exactly. Oh, hello from Colombia. Hello, how is it going in Colombia? I don't really know this country outside of the name. I will be honest with you. I don't know anything about Colombia. Reflective is definitely good. Is it the best? That's a different question. There are so many options, especially for power armor. Like if you are a regular armor user, you barely have any options about 4-star armor bonuses. If you are a power armor user, then yeah, there are options and a lot of good ones. Where did I get that gaming chair? That's from Noble Chair. Noble Chair brand, they making followed chairs and you can purchase there from them. They patched the glitch for Raider Exp. Yeah, that's good. Honestly, like it's working as intended. Now they found a bug. But yeah, you just need to go a long way, do events. Now you have this comfort that there are events that grind reputation for those factions, as well as Wisespring daily challenges that can give you some. So it's way easier than it was when initially Wastelander was released. Oh, hello there, Texas. People from Texas in the chat. How do they say in Texas? Howdy Partner, or that's just the Western movies? You rocking rejuvenators. Yeah, nice effect. Do you plan to take Vipers or Pyro with Auto Axe? You shouldn't. At this moment, Auto Axe, if you can, the one that increases your damage 1000%. And even if they nerf it to 100%, it's still more than Burning or Poison can do. So Electrified Auto Axe, Pounders on it, and it destroys. All of the 4-star legendary effects for armor do stack. You can have all the same or mix and match, they all stack. The same as mods for arms or legs on new power armor, they all stack too. Oh, Lazy Fit Gamer, I was not doing much on my other number 3 channel. Maybe I should upload something there. I wasn't doing anything for a long time. That's true. But I should do one more episode. For last 2 years about the lifestyle and health stuff channel. Last 2 years, over 2 years now, I'm testing barefoot shoes. Not the initial brand that made this term, but generally barefoot shoes. So without any special amortization or drop and so on, and they good. Off brand, but doesn't matter. They good. Now, before I be talking too much, we have article from Bethesda that we need to check out. So let's dive in and then Discord questions. Let's switch to Bethesda article. There we go. Thank you, Vault Dwellers. Attention, Appalachian adventurers. Fallout 76 celebrated its 6th anniversary just last month. We'll say it a bit louder for those in the back. We've had 6 amazing years of Fallout 76 and we are only just getting started. Before we look ahead towards the megaton of exciting content on the horizon, we would like to take a moment to reflect on how far this game has come. And I honestly agree with that. It has come far from the initial release. Further, honestly, than I expected it would. It's better content than I anticipated earlier. I like the play of words, megaton of exciting content. Since Fallout 76 launch, we've had more than 50 major patches featuring over 20 milestone updates, and it's all been free to existing Fallout 76 players. Besides all this awesome content, I would like to focus on the specific beats that serve to progress the story of our Appalachia. I've always viewed these tentpole updates as chapters in Fallout 76 story, and as such, think of our timeline like this. Freshly awakened, Vault Dwellers left the cozy confines of Vault 76 to brave the Appalachian wilderness, which beckoned them to explore its rolling hills, dark caves, and learn of its former inhabitants, long lost to time. Vault-Tec celebrates 300 years of America. A year and a half later, members of the Foundation and members of the Raiders are drawn to this region from neighboring territories and begin to stake their claims within Appalachia. In the fall of 2020, in search of strategically beneficial technologies, the Brotherhood of Steel finished their trek to Appalachia. That story arc concluded with the second part of that chapter, Steel Rain, coming out less than a year later. Players got the call to help settlements beyond the rolling hills of Appalachia in the fall of 2022. In Fallout 76 first off-map expedition mission, Appalachians traveled to the pit and only a year later, Atlantic City. The summer of 2024. After several years of consistent nuclear bombardment, the Appalachian map mutated and a new region, Skyline Valley, opened to the south. Players learned about a mysterious faction of ghouls called the Lost and came under the employ of the Blue Ridge Caravan Company, running perilous routes along the Skyline Drive Valley in Milepost Zero. This October, we honored Fallout Day with our very first broadcast and celebrated our amazing community with the dedicated folks over at Fallout for Hope, who raised over 15,000 for St. Jude's Research Hospital during the post-show. While you are pursuing this letter, dear reader, our fellow Wasteland warriors are enjoying the final update of 2024 and braving gleaming depths. The gates of hell have opened, as if the wasteland itself wasn't bad enough already, offering our seasoned adventurers significantly greater challenges, along with the mightiest rewards and wasteland riches for those who live to tell the tale. Gleaming Depths is a first-of-its-kind experience for any Fallout game, a true raid experience which serves as the introduction of the highly anticipated 4-star legendary weapons, armor and power armor. While traipsing along them country roads, we've met over 21 million Vault dwellers who bravely emerge from Vault 76. That must be a huge vault. Walk with us, dear reader, along this undiscovered road and cast your gaze towards the horizon for a glimpse of what's coming to Fallout 76 over the next year. For the first time in any Fallout game, players can turn their character into a ghoul. Players who become ghouls will have chosen a life path full of challenges, but one equally ripe with potential. While ghouls suffer no ill effects from radiation exposure, be careful to not turn feral. Smooth skin is overrated anyhow, don't you think? This highly anticipated ghoul update comes to Appalachia in early 2025. Then, when spring fills the air and the hills of Appalachia are in full bloom, followers won't be all that's blossoming. Brave floriculturists, get out your weed killer and help a fellow green thumb, or they will be pushing up daisies. In 2025, we'll be introducing an exciting new spring team seasonal event, the Big Bloom. Jump in to earn a rich bouquet of new event team rewards and grow plenty of new wasteland friendships along the way. And what would a summer be without grabbing a fishing pole and heading down to your favorite radioactive watering hole? No need to worry about finding out, because fishing is coming to the wasteland this summer and is angling to reel in our esteemed adventurers, collectors, and traveling travelers alike. It all starts at a mysterious location where players encounter a fisherman who has decided to set up camp and share their love for fishing to one and all. Or is it Sims? This strange merchant will sell our players everything they need to catch any of the slimy, scaled swimmers found in all bodies of water across Appalachia. Sharpen those hooks, we will be eating well. Later in the year, Mischief Night is set to make a triumphant return. This seasonal event offers players a fun spectacle full of spooks, scares, and mischief. In fact, Mischief Night encourages mischief. Who would have thought? And what good are all the tricks without some treats? Mischief Night also offers a huge assortment of new rewards for your characters and your camps. Thank you to everyone who helped test this feature on our public test servers earlier this year. In addition to the exciting features touched on above, your favorite seasonal events will keep popping at a steady clip, including Fastnacht, Mathman Equinox, and Midweek. So keep an eye out for more rewards to earn for your characters and camps. As we introduce even harder challenges, we'll continue to present possible alternate playstyles through the introduction of new pair cards for our humans and ghouls alike. We'll also continue to make improvements to the core game, improvements that affect overall performance, visuals, and gameplay. Not to mention a complete revamp of the Workshop Camp Build menu to make it easier for our builders to navigate. Stay tuned for even more exciting news later in 2025. What I hope here most for, a quick, easy search box, please, so I can start typing the name of the item. Quite often I know what I'm looking for, exact name of the item, and I cannot find it for the sake of it. I'm spending 10 minutes looking for singular wall decor. So I hope search menu will arrive. That would be such a game changer. And we continue. Wait, did you think I would disclose everything in this letter? We must leave some room for surprises too. 2025 is shaping up to be a hell of a year. From everyone at Bethesda Game Studio, thank you all for the continued support and enthusiasm. Bethesda Game Studio has the best community in gaming. I don't know if Studio, but Fallout does for sure. Happy holidays and enjoy this fun graphic celebrating you, the Vault Dwellers, John Rush, Bill Lacoste. P.S. Beware of the Drifter. Player highlights. Region bosses defeated, 3,300,000. Storm Goliaths defeated, 1,000,000, almost 700,000. Favorite melee weapon, Deathglow Gauntlet. Somehow. How is it not Auto Axe is beyond me. I can understand favorite range weapon being the Fixa. People laugh. Stealth Commander, I know that. Even though personally I'm a heavy gunner, I do know that. Favorite pair card, or more like essential pair card, Star Jeans. Camps build, 2,800,000. Most popular ally, the Lossum. Maybe because it's free? I don't know. Mathman Blessings, over 1 million. Best builds submitted, 400,000. Players who unraveled the mystery of Vault 63, 371,000. And this last one, the best illustrate and let us figure out how many active players we have. So let's crack on it. Let's a quick crack on it. Vault 63, added this year, a full quest line. Players who unraveled the mystery of Vault 63 insinuates players who finish the questline. Not everyone finished. Some multiplayer enthusiasts do not really care about stories, so let's double this number for that purpose. So that's close to 1 million. And most likely we have some new players that will finish the story. They just didn't get to it just yet, as currently we have a lot of questlines to finish. So I would estimate that most likely we have around 1 million active players, which is great. No one would ever say when Fallout 76 was released that 6 years later, this game will have around 1 million active players. We know that players that tried Fallout 76, it's way higher number, but we have around 1 million active players. This is awesome news. And that's the end of this article. Let's jump back into YouTube chat. I didn't want it to interrupt. I was just focusing on the article. But now I'm going back to YouTube chat before questions. And there are some donations. What has happened? Let me scroll. Spiteful Angel, thank you a lot for $10. And the message is, Angry Turtle, Sorry, I've been busy at work getting ready for winter break and may have missed if you tested AutoAxe versus Characterizer to see which is better. I didn't yet fully test it. I do plan to. The preliminary result is the AutoAxe is better. So, quick answer, AutoAxe seems to be better. The full testing, how big the difference is, I do plan to do. It's still on the to-do list. Next, Chessus for you is donating 10 memberships. So let's welcome new members. Those are Ramet, Patrick, Stevium, Stephen, Caleb, Dito, Mikal, Boost, John, and Len. Logic. Welcome everyone. Huge thanks to Chessus for you. May the shell be with you. Appreciate that. Oh, and there is additional 10 memberships donated by Spiteful Angel. Thank you very much. So who else? Who else do I welcome? Hulking Rex, David, Alexis, the name that contains lines of different shape, Armand, Jason, and Space, and Merc, and Ballas, and Nico. Welcome all. May the shell be with you. Welcome to Turtle's Army. Thank you very much, Spiteful Angel. Very generous, appreciate that. And all members, as usually, I think I forgot to link it. But yes, we'll be doing a quick member hangout after the Turtlecast. I will do my dailies and maybe test a little bit more of 4-star effects for armor. I almost know them all, but still some testing required. Now, if you wanted to ask something in chat, I'm looking now. If you asked it a long time ago, I will not find it. So ask again. Yeah, a lot of other gamers that do not play Fallout are surprised how big Fallout 76 is today and how well it's doing. Against all the haters, Fallout 76 is doing great. I will try with this armor 4-star list tomorrow or Sunday. It's what I'm working on now. I never release before I finish testing. That's why it's not yet released. I don't go by descriptions. I know it's tempting. Just pump a quick video based on description, do the tier list, done. But I can't. I need to know how exactly it works before I upload the video. So it's coming tomorrow or Sunday. Depends when I finish. Everything is worth the grind. New power armor is awesome. You can see my review. There are new cool toys to play with. And raids, new challenging content that you can figure out how to speedrun, how to master something difficult. I like it. I like all the content that we are getting recently. I cannot complain on any. But if you personally don't feel it, don't want to play it, your choice. I always say it, after all. The game is great. If you don't like it, nevertheless, maybe that's not for you. It's okay. There are games that other people like and I don't like, so I understand that. The great game doesn't mean everything need to and must play it. Oh, we have another 10 memberships donated from Martino, and those goes to Zoomy, Upside Clown, John Lookboy, Cripex, Vash, Cryptos, Bags, Zero Life, Patunia Pickles, Xiafuse. Welcome. Okay, very weird names, but welcome. May the shall be with all of you, and welcome to Turtle's Army. Huge thanks to Martino. Appreciate that. What's my favorite cheese that's not related to Fallout? I like all the cheese, by the way. Unless it's stinky one. I don't like stinky cheese. Yes, my friend list fixed itself surprisingly on Tuesday, and I removed most of the friends, and I'm rarely adding now, and I will keep removing them so it doesn't bug out again. Early recommendations for power armor mods. There is a lot of good ones. Rejuvenated, the one that Aegis one that gives you all the resistances is brilliant and gives to your teammates too, so really good. Pinpointers is the best for weapons, yes. Blooded will most likely not be the best option for the raids, never. Unless they do different raid. That they tweak it and make it like, I don't know what they will do. But as Blooded is the meta, that's what was expected, they will hit it. That's the point of the raid, make it hard for majority. Minerva is out all weekend, so she's still out. How do you get mods for raid power armor? They drop from the raid. The new power armor, everything drops from the raid. Drop chances are low, so we need to do a lot of raids. I did 40 full raids and almost 200 just guardian farming. So that as much as you about need. So the reason for the raid, the challenge is to do 76 raids. If you check challenges in game, there's a reason for that. That's about as much as you need to unlock everything. Okay, so now I need to answer your questions from Discord. Oh, about what modules I miss for Gatling Plasma, I still miss the Stinging Receptacle, or however is it called, the Armor Piercing one. This one I'm missing. All right, let's answer your questions from Discord, or I will forget. Discord and questions. Here we go. First is okay. Is that a question? Oh no, that's just talking about the rate. That's not a question. That's the question. Hi, I was wondering how the new Reflex Star works since it can reflect up to 50% full set uh, damage taken back. How often does it trigger? Every time. Since I want to make a heavy tank, lazy build, blooded, maybe even VATS, and before I will waste my 4-star mods, I shall know, right? Ranger seems very nice, but very 08, I don't know what that means. I'm also keen to asking, since on the public test server when it got released, the Reflect or some kind of 4-star mod could tank ultra genetic mole miner hits. Thank you. I don't think there is anything that can tank ultra genetic mole miner hits at this moment. At least I don't know about any. So probably not an option. But it works every time, reflecting 50% of the damage. What do you think is the best 4-star mod set for the new Vulcan armor? I'm still thinking about it. It is possible that the mixture for me will be the best, but I don't have it yet. I would like to ask to you please a review on all weapons armor plans that drop in raids, just to know what particular 4-star mods have each one of them. Okay, I reviewed one so far. I did plan to do a review one by one for all of them. Next question. Do auto stim and ball survival and medic pump stack? Yes. Question 2. How exactly does coffee work now? And does it scale depending on something like depending on agility? No. It's very flat. It works as it say it works, and it can be stacked so we can drink multiple. Or depending on AP region and the percentage is multiplied by the amount of AP. No, nothing is multiplied. It's flat. it says how many action points. It's 12 action points per second from coffee. It's flat. It's just fixed. There is no cap for AP regen. AP regen from action gear and fully hydrated is different than AP regen from, let's say, tea. So it's different effects. They both express percentages, but they work completely different. As the tea is superior, tea basically says how much of your total AP you are regenerating per second, when other effects just indicate, like this one, how much Bethesda math improvement to your action point regeneration speed you are getting. Basically inferior. That's way worse. But they do all stack. And there is no cap. The best I was able to do, just for fun, I was able to regenerate my entire AP pool in just over a second. So that was ridiculous and not needed for anything. This was like 2 seconds waiting for a full AP bar. You don't need as much, but it does stack without a limit. What bosses of Fallout 76 are classified as? Earl, Special, there is no corresponding armor. Scorch Bisque, Animal, yes, and Scorch, so double classification. Big Morad boss, I think it's my animal, I'm not sure. That 3 robots are robots. The snake, I think it's animal, but I'm not 100% sure. It's so hard to confirm. It's the newest one. I think it's animal, as I crafted a full hunter set against it. What weapons currently do not work with explosive? And does explosive work on the Gatling plasma? So weapons that currently do not work with explosive, Tesla, and all flamers. Everything else works. Next, I discovered that you can solo the first raid boss just using a vampire Thirst Zappa water ammo to break his shield with deflection and then shooting the torso with another ranged weapon. Yeah, you can. It's not the fastest. The fastest is if you break the shield with reflection, so ricochet, bullet shield, and then kill it with auto axe. That's the fastest. You can do a lot of things. I have a full guide how to cheese the Guardian, but yeah, the fastest is auto axe after breaking the shield with reflection. I have a no shield glitch for the first part of the raid. Yeah, it can happen if you die when shield is down on the robot. Where's a good place to get butcherest? $0. What? I don't know what that question is about. Against the Guardian, the first stage of the raid, why do you use 2 Troubleshooter Union Power Armor? Because that's a robot. Wouldn't a Troubleshooter Hellcat Power Armor be better? Marginally. Doesn't, as long as it's Troubleshooter Power Armor, you're good. The rest doesn't really matter as much. Troubleshooter Power Armor, you will kill the Guardian. Is Hellcat a little bit better? Yes. Which 4-star will be good for Explosive Gauss Mini? Pinpointers or something else? Pinpointers. Pinpointers is the best for all guns that do not rely on explosive as a main source. So pinpointers will work on your impact when you aim for the weak spot, head or leg or whatever. It will not work on explosion that will most likely register as a torso hit. But everything else works. Turtle. I've seen a few guys when playing the Guardian shoot the platform and it shows the message the Guardian has short-circuited. What does this do? I didn't see any difference, or does it turn off the electricity insta-def if you go on platform edge? I didn't experiment too much. Someone told me what does it do when you interact with those circuits. I think it cuts off its missile and can cause those little side turrets to go against it. It does not have any practical use case if you are farming it by bullet shield and so on. Maybe if they make it harder in the future, I will figure out what it exactly does and how to use it. At this moment, it's a cool gimmick you don't really use if you have a good setup for it. Next, Hi Turtle. Does the Vulcan set bonus for AP region stack with legendary armor mod powered? Yes, but Vulcan mod bonus, AP region, is like Action Boy. The legendary mod powered is like the T, the company T. So way better. Also, if you have anti-armor 50% on the Gatling Plasma and stabilized for the perk card, wouldn't the stinging mod not be beneficial? No, you do the math wrong. So 50% from anti-armor, you add 20% from the stinging, that's 70. And then from the remaining 30%, you are getting lesser half, let's say, lesser half, so like 13%. So 70 plus 13, you have 83. So it's all beneficial. The cap is 90%. So you are not hitting the cap. You are not hitting the cap with all of those. So it's all beneficent. And yes, this 20% is more powerful than stabilized. Because it's 20% stabilized in your case scenario, if all of that is just 13. So that's the least. That's more important. That's more important. That's the least important. Followed math. Sorry, I know it doesn't make much sense if you see it like that, but those are the rules. I didn't make them. Next, I have a meta question. What if whole team equips full Aegis legendary mods? Does it stack? It should stack. I had no opportunity to test it, and it will probably take me some time to see if it all stack. I would love to test it, but how you do it? Maybe I invite some people on my custom world since my friend list works now, or we could test that. Yeah, maybe after the Turtlecast or member hangout, I will ask you for help if you can join my private custom world, and we'll see if that's truly working like that. That would be a good one. Custom world is required to do this test. So I'm really happy that my friend has fixed itself. How is baby turtle? Good, very good. Next, and baby turtle, that's a question about my little one, my daughter, most likely. So she'll be with me for the holiday break. So soon she will be with me. Toast is asking, Turtle, can you please add me back to your list? Maybe. There is one thing about my list, and it's probably a good thing. It's still kind of bugged, but it's not as bad bug as it was. The friend request just disappeared after 15 seconds from someone sending it to me. So I either accept it in the moment someone is sending it to me, or it disappears, which definitely helps keep my friend list shorter. And I don't see all the friend lists that you send me outside of when I'm live. So that's kind of good. If you will be playing when I will be playing and I will need to accept you for something, I will. I'm avoiding accepting people, as I said. I don't want my friend list to break again, so accepting people when needed and removing frequently a lot of people from my friend list to keep it very short. Now, back to YouTube chat. All right. What's going on in the YouTube chat? Yeah, Gatling plasma mods are hard to get. That's correct. Paint Train is amazing. Yeah, Paint Train is amazing. Unlimited followers? Oh, in your shelter. Yeah, that I don't know what are the game limitations that they not let us use those allies in the shelter at all. Oh, Cookie Crisp, thank you a lot for $5. Appreciate that. And the message is, Mr. Turtle, what vendors sell the new Gatling plasma mods? Definitely Watoga ones. Both at Watoga sell the box mods and the Harper's Ferry one. I don't know if others can or cannot. I have no confirmation about anyone buying at other vendors, but maybe, I don't know. So definitely Watoga and Harper's Ferry has a chance for box mod. The chance is low, so it's like hunting for Enclave plasma gun mods. Ranger is good. Yeah, for range weapons, Ranger on armor is good. It's 25% flat bonus to your damage. So that equivalent to 4 stars on the card, let's say. Or 5 stars, that would be like Bloody Mess. It's like Bloody Mess, just a little bit bigger bonus, so equivalent to 5 perk points in value. Yes, the gimbal absolutely nullifies the Twisted Muscle mutation and goes beyond it. So if you have Twisted Muscle mutation and you put 2 gimbal mods, you have perfect accuracy. Way better than without gimbal and without mutation. Especially if you have class freak as well. It didn't run too much on the limit breaking mode, but I was testing it a little bit and it was working. You are getting inconsistent crit refill rate? You sure about it? Or maybe you are looking at refill rate when you are missing from Four Leaf Clover. This one is a little bit different than when you are hitting a target and refill rate. So you can feel like you have 2 different refill rates, but it's related to you refilling from a miss or from a hit. That's 2 different refills. To surviving the first stage solo, so the Guardian robot, just spam stims. The, even on console, you should have a quick button for healing. Just keep pressing this button. In case your vampire, like if you are using a spin up weapon and vampire is not enough for you, switch to non spin up weapon, single shot, and spam stims instead. Give up on vampire, go for some single shot heavy gun, like for example plasma caster. Shoot it occasionally, like once per 6 seconds, just to activate bullet shield, and keep spamming regular or diluted or whatever stims you have in between. Just keep firing 5 to 6 seconds, fire once. It doesn't matter where, does it need to hit anything, just to activate bullet shield and spam stims, as the robot will take down its shield by. Oh, what happened? Did my something happen? My stream shows offline. That bug on my end, or did the stream broke? Am I still live? Why did it show offline? Am I still live? Well, now it's showing online. Let me see if something appears in the chat. Am I live or I'm talking to myself? Oh, you're still seeing me? Okay, so I'm still live. So I don't know what happened. So maybe that just display bug showing offline. Okay, good. Good. I was worried for a moment that the stream just cut me off. But we are still here. Perfect. Yeah, I heard some people talking about their loss on selling new plasma mods, but I never noticed any of those at his inventory. So I don't know if that's true. The gimbal bracer is stuck. The Paint Rain perk is mainly helpful for sprinting through enemies. Not as much to do damage, but it helps a little bit to sprint through enemies, as running animation is a little bit different and it changes collision. And Jesus for you is saying, I recommend Gatling gun for that use case, underrated gun. Gatling gun may be really good for the Guardian. We are talking about Guardian now. Back to the Guardian topic. Very cheap ammo. And if you just tap a trigger once, 6 seconds, fire really quickly, doesn't do much, but we're talking about a heavy gun to use to activate bullet shield, so it doesn't matter what it is. You just want to fire one bullet every 6 seconds. That's how you take down shield of the Guardian, by deflecting. Basically, Guardian is taking its own shield down if you have bullet shield and troubleshooter's power armor. Does two-shot give double damage again on launchers? Yes, they reverted the nerf. I don't know why. They didn't said anything about it in patch notes, but it does. So Nuka launcher and new grenade launcher, very powerful again. It doesn't give double damage to Tesla cannon. Tesla cannon is not a launcher. It's a heavy gun with explosive effect, similar to Gauss weapons, just bigger explosion. What is the indicator to know which of the three doors to open in raid 1? Oh, stage 1, which doors will open? There is no indication until the overheating phase starts, and then the orange lights turn on, and you just need to look around and find which doors opened. But orange light showing which doors are open. I switch my Gatling Plasma to crit damage from fire rate. Main reason for that, server lag. If you are hitting enemy too fast, server lag. The same about explosive effect. That's a secondary hit. Hitting enemy too fast, too many people hitting an enemy, some of the damage will be dropped by the server, not registering at all. That's the reason. In theory, the math is that explosive or faster fire rate should outperform crit damage on the second star. In practice, quite often, because of the server lag, crit damage outperforms other effects. General rule for the bosses, shooting slower and hitting harder with each shot works better on laggy servers. More laggy server, the slower the weapon needs to fire. Yeah, 50 cal can be used like a lot. Like just to activate bullet shield, use any heavy gun you like. Pinpointer for Tesla cannon, depend how you want to use it. I did a full review of Tesla cannon. So generally, if you want to use it as a Tesla, so alternate current, the regular Tesla chain effect, yes. If you want to use it as explosive, you need to tinker with polished. Explosive doesn't work very good with any of those. Anti-armor is not good for Tesla cannon unless, again, you use it as a Tesla with chain effect, not explosive. Now, Gatling gun always fires instantly without cranking. It's different. It's not a spin-up weapon. You do crank it when you are firing, but first bullet goes away straight away when you press. I think reflective is supposed to reduce amount of damage you take, but I need to double check it if it's working correctly. Alright, so that will be everything for Turtlecast. There was a lot. Now we'll be heading for a member hangout. So if you are a member, you want to join us, we are switching to the member stream to chat a little bit more in a smaller group and do our daily challenges. Everyone else, I will be live tomorrow, Saturday evening, as usually. Feel free to join us. And now, in the meantime, have an amazing weekend and hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Take care.